welcome to Polish with Ray. I'm Rachel and today I'm going to be sharing with you what I wore on my nails in July. So mentally I'm still in July. Like I'm very much still craving those bright saturated shades, neon colors. I kind of can't believe like we're well into August at this point. And I think part of that is because I just didn't get around to many polishes in July. I didn't wear nearly as much as I would have liked. With PBE, Polish and Beauty Expo happening in July, and all of the releases that I swatched leading up to that, I just had not bare nails, but like mismatched hands a lot in July. I had like on this hand, my old manicure, and then on my swatching hand, whatever I'd most recently swatched. So I wish I would have gotten around to more. Altogether, I wore 19 polishes in July. That does include a couple pedicures. It includes a few toppers too. And 19 polishes, hey, you know, that's not bad. That's still a lot, but for me, it's not. Like usually I wear mid-20s, you know, I change up my manicure every couple days and I didn't have time for that last month. But I am happy with what I wore. It included 14 manicures, 2 pedicures, and a couple of combos thrown in. I actually realized like last day of the month that I didn't wear a Skittle manicure in July. I try to wear one every month, and in July I just completely forgot, but that's okay. I still have some really incredible manicures to show you. So if you haven't seen one of my what I wore videos before, we're gonna take a look at swatch photos of everything I wore last month, as well as up close bottle shots. I'll give you all my thoughts on the polishes, and if they are still available, I will link them down in the description box. First, we'll look at polishes that I wore as pedicures, then we'll look at all of my manicures for the month, beginning with the ones that I just liked okay, followed by the ones that I did not like at all, and then at the end, the ones that I absolutely loved. So pedicures first. For the first half of July, I wore Moonshine Mani 50 First Dates. This one is a neon coral cream. I could have just kept this on for the entire summer, like literally worn nothing else as a pedicure, would have been so happy. This color was everything as a pedi. Like think China Glaze Flip Flop Fantasy, but a little bit deeper and a little bit more red, and you have this. Just so saturated, so punchy, and looked really clean on my nails. I loved this. I will 1000% be reaching for it again as a pedicure. I wish I had time to wear it as a manicure too this summer. Gorgeous. This one is currently available, by the way. And then the pedicure that I just took off a couple days ago is Glisten and Glow Suns Out, Buns Out. This one is a neon sunshine yellow cream. This one's not currently available. It came out a few years ago, probably like 3 or 4 years ago. Has not faded. Love that. But it's an older release. I haven't reached for it since I swatched it. I remembered it had a great formula, and what I like about this yellow is it is bright, it is neon, but it's not like Cirque Colors Sudden. So it's probably not super helpful, but here's Cirque Sudden. Here is the Glisten and Glow Suns Out, Buns Out. They are close, but the Cirque Colors has just a little bit more white in it, and the Glisten and Glow is a little bit more mellow. It's more of like a lemony yellow. The Cirque Colors looks like more highlightery next to the Glisten and Glow. So the Glisten and Glow is what I was wanting as a pedicure. I just have like this nostalgic memory going to the beach many years ago, back when I was in high school, with a yellow pedicure, and it just made me so happy looking at it that I every summer say I'm gonna wear another yellow pedicure, and I never do, but this summer I did. I actually wore this as my pedicure to PBE, and I loved it. I got lots of compliments on it. It was funky, it was fun, it made me really happy. But I will say wearing a yellow pedicure, it didn't wear well. Like kind of like if you have a white pedicure, at least for me, especially in the summer where I'm wearing sandals or walking around in my yard barefoot, it just gets dinged up really quickly and kind of dingy looking, and that happened with this. So it was beautiful, but it didn't last as long as I kind of expect my pedicures to. When I got around to changing it out, it should have been changed out like a week before. On to manicures now, beginning with the ones that I just liked okay. The first shade is a mainstream. This is Essie Start Signs Only. Start Signs Only is a bright red leaning orange cream. So I wish I remembered who I saw on Instagram that made me so badly want to put on a red leaning orange cream. but I could not get that swatch photo out of my head, and I tried to think, what do I have that's close, like a bright but not a neon, and this is what I thought of immediately. It was gorgeous. Great formulation, really pretty on my nails, but just kind of forgettable in the summer. As you may have noticed, I like my summer colors super bright. Bright, bold, saturated, punchy, and this was kind of given like almost pumpkin. It was feeling a little subtle, and it's not what I wanted. It was pretty, but I think the swatcher that I saw have on a similar color had a more fair complexion than I do, and so she had that great contrast on her nails. I've got medium skin tone. This didn't pop against me as well. It was gorgeous. I'll reach for it again, but probably in the fall next time. The next polish that I just liked okay comes from Sassy Sauce Polish, and it's called Vibin. Vibin has a neon pink base with gold to green to blue at extreme angles shifting shimmer. Vibin. I really wanted to love this one. I love me some Sassy Sauce. Her polishes are beautifully formulated, but I have accepted it now. I do not like gold shimmer right now. There was a time when I loved gold shimmer, but I find that every time I wear a polish that has gold shimmer in it, I don't like it. This I bought last summer, wore it for the first time in July, and yeah, I just wasn't crazy about it. Every time I got the green shift or the blue shift, I loved it. But the gold, It did have a great formula though, 2 to 3 coats for full opacity. It's actually a pretty close dupe for a Lurid Lacquer that I wore in June called F This, S-H-I-T. They're really, really close. So I had a feeling I wouldn't love this one since I didn't love the Lurid. So I will be destashing this one. Really pretty, but just not for me. Next up, we have Cirque Colors High Society. High Society is a neon green base with gold shimmer and scattered tiny holographic pigments. This one I didn't have on long. It was like just a little over 24 hours and it was fine. I enjoyed it. It's one that I kind of forgot that I wore in July though. Like it didn't resonate with me. It didn't leave a lasting impression. I like the base color. I thought it was a really wearable shade of neon green. But I don't know, it was just a little forgettable for me, which is weird given the color. Great formula though. It was an easy 3-coater. It did take 3 coats for me to get full opacity, but they were 3 really easy coats. And I thought it was pretty, but yeah, just kind of okay. Up next, we have a Stella Chroma Monthly Mystery shade. This was her September 2024 Monthly Mystery. This is a warm neon pink base with gold flakes. I wore a lot of neon pink in July, and buckle up because August is looking very similar. I just love neon pink. But this one wasn't exactly my tone of neon pink. I'm kind of realizing I like neon like bright bubblegum pinks, and then I really like neon magenta pinks. Every now and then there will be like a mid-toned neutral neon pink that I love. We'll get to one of those later. But these neon pinks that are a little bit red leaning aren't usually my favorite. This one was nice. I liked it. I don't plan to destash it, but it just, again, was one that I didn't like. Wasn't like thinking, oh, I really want to put it on. Like when I'd worn it for a few days, I was ready to take it off, you know? Gotta say the formula was great. Stella Chroma Crellies are unmatched. It was fully opaque in 2 coats, lots of flakies on there. It was beautiful. And if you're not familiar with Stella Chroma's Monthly Mystery subscription box, I've been a subscriber for years. I love it. You get a mystery polish shipped to your door each month. My subscription's $14. The price might be a little higher now, but it's always a surprise. It's always a beautiful shade, and I love Stella Chroma, so I will leave more information about that down below. And then the last shade that I just kind of liked okay, I feel like is going to shock some of you. It was Polished for Days Barbie on the Boardwalk. This one is a neon pink base with blue to purple maybe, shifting shimmer. Okay. I apologize. I'm sorry that I don't love this. I know so many of you do. I know I had high hopes for it. Like before even wearing it, I kind of decided that this was going to be my new favorite pink summer polish. It just wasn't. Like there wasn't anything wrong with it. Great formula. Did need 3 coats to reach full opacity, and I did have a little bit of visible nail line, but like really there's nothing negative I have to say about this shade, except for as someone who has this 10 times over in her collection, this one just didn't stand out. Like, I had really high hopes. It just kind of fell a little flat for me with the hype that surrounds this shade. And I couldn't help but compare it to the other shades I do have like this. And I was thinking, man, I really wish I had on KB Shimmer Aim to Breeze. Like, that's a deeper, more magenta leaning pink base with a blue shimmer. And I just feel like that blue shimmer pops and contrasts so much better against the slightly deeper pink base. So for that reason, I liked it a lot, but I didn't love it. So I need to swatch it on a swatch stick, compare it with my other bright pinks, and see if it's different enough to justify keeping, and if not, I'll probably end up destashing this one. And then there were two in July that I just really wasn't fond of. I wanted them off my nails pretty quick. The first one comes from Jen & Berries, and it's called The Death of Disco. This one is a mid-toned warm purple base with purple to gold to green to blue shifting shimmer and holographic flakes. So this was sitting on my summer rack. I got it last year as part of the VIP bag for PBE, and like, this is not my kind of shade. I pretty much immediately destash any purples like this that come into my collection, because when I say I don't like purple, this is the kind of purple I mean. I do not like this kind of warm grapey purple. I don't like it on my nails. I don't like it for my clothing. Like, there's just nothing about it that I like. That being said, the formula for this, Chef's Kiss Perfection. It was really easy to apply, gorgeous in just a couple coats, but the color, I wanted to love it so much because it's such a great polish, but someone else will love it more, so I'm gonna destash it. And same for this next shade, which is Cracked Polish Cornea Killer. Cornea Killer has a neon orange base with a glowy orange to gold shifting shimmer. So same situation. I really wanted to like this. I had it on my summer rack. I was saving it for a rainy day, but almost as soon as it was on my nails, I wanted it off. And in some lightings, I did really like it. And actually, like lower lighting, I kind of liked how it looked, but in the bright lighting, I just wasn't fond of it. The shimmer is just really, really fine, and it's just not for me. It kind of almost felt metallic. It's not a metallic, so you know. It's a shimmer, but I'm just saying the particle size of the shimmer was so fine that in lower lighting, it kind of read as a metallic. So it was an interesting shade. I can truly say I've worn nothing like it before. And a lot of times when this was on my nails, I considered keeping it, but just for how often I wear orange, I know if I decide to wear orange, I will 100% of the time pick KB Shimmer Patch Things Up over this. So that being said, I can't justify keeping it. I'm going to destash this one. All right, and on to manicures that I absolutely loved in July. The first is a Polish for Days. This is Fintastic. Fintastic has a green leaning blue base, and it is loaded with aqua to cobalt blue shifting shimmer and holographic microflakes. This polish released in 2023, May of 2023 PPU, and I just got around to wearing it. Why did it take me so long? Oh my word, this was gorgeous. It was so glowy in every lighting situation. It was cool because in the sunlight, you got the teal leaning, blue base on the sides, and then the streak of blue shimmer in the middle of your nail. And then in lower lighting, the blue shimmer just took over and it was glorious. Amazing formula, fully opaque in 2 coats. I'm so glad I put this on. I almost destashed it at the beginning of the summer. Like I said, really? I haven't worn this yet. It's been 2 years. Let's get rid of it. But I kept it. I'm so glad I kept it, and I wore it, and I love it now. Another one I absolutely loved was Bluebird Lacquers because I got Hibiscus. This one is a neon pink base with a blue to green shifting microflake shimmer. This was my Polish and Beauty Expo manicure. I was in love with it. I've had this plan to be my PBE manicure since I put together my summer rack, because I always try to wear to PBE a maker that's attending the event as a vendor, and I wanted a bright summer shade, and like, of course, it's me, I gotta wear a bright poppin' pink. Yeah, this was glorious. It was so loud and vibrant. It was fun, and I loved the blue to green shifting shimmer. It was just enough to add some extra glow, but it didn't take away in any way from that gorgeous bright pink base. I will say the formula was slightly on the like fluffier side, if that makes sense. Like it wasn't thick, but it just felt like because of those flakes, maybe it took a little longer to dry down. That being said, I didn't have any issues with it. It dried down perfectly fine. So yeah, I adored this polish. Next is one from KB Shimmer. This is Pucker Up. Pucker Up has a neon yellow base with an orange to gold shifting shimmer and micro holographic flakes. Or maybe they're micro holographic pigments. Okay, I was really worried about this one. I didn't know if I was gonna like it. When I swatched it a couple years ago, it released a few years ago in KB Shimmer's summer collection. When I swatched it then, I loved it. But like I said here recently, gold shimmer and copper shimmer have been a big ick for me. Like, I just never like it. And I hardly ever wear yellow polish, so I didn't know if I was going to enjoy this. I did. It made me smile. I love the bright yellow base. I love the holographic sparkle, and the tonal shimmer and that occasional flip to copper was so fun. It was just like the perfect summer pick-me-up. It looked fantastic on my nails. I have nothing but positive things to say. I think it did need 3 coats for full opacity, but it was well worth it. They were 3 easy coats. Next up is that mid-tone neutral pink cream I was talking about. This is Moonshine Manny's Couples Retreat. Couples Retreat is a mid-toned medium neon pink cream. So there was a day where I just got done swatching and I had like, I knew maybe 10 minutes to do a quick manicure before my daughter woke up from her nap and I needed to go grab her. And this was on my summer rack and I was craving a bright pink because what else is new? And I reached for this one and I'm so glad I did. I swatched this earlier in the year and I just couldn't imagine not having it on my nails one more time before the seasons changed, you all. It's fabulous. Like, it's pretty neutral, but if anything, it leans just slightly warm. In the bottle, when I first saw it, wasn't sure how I'd like it, but like when I swatched it, lots of people were like, Rachel, that's your perfect pink cream. And I have to agree, like when it was on my nails, again, made me so happy, so bright, so fun. I actually have on my nails now Cirque Colors Valley of the Dolls, and here's Valley of the Dolls. Here is Moonshine Manny Couples Retreat. They are so different. Like in my head, they're similar, but they're really not. The Moonshine Manny is much more deep and saturated. It's a little bit warmer. And I found actually that this Moonshine Manny is very unique to my collection. Like looking at it next to all the pinks I've talked about in this video, its base color is unlike any of them. If anything, it's closest to the Bluebird lacquer, but it's just a little bit lighter. Yeah, I think Couples Retreat is maybe my favorite new neon pink cream other than Cirque Colors Retail Therapy, because I love that one. But that one's a totally different vibe, much deeper and darker. And this whole collection, by the way, was so amazing. If you didn't see my video for it, I will put it up in the cards for you. They should all still be available and they were all awesome. It speaks volumes that I chose to rewear any of them because I have so many untries that I should have and felt a little pressure to wear instead of these, but Couples Retreat and 50 First Dates were so amazing. I just had to wear them again. Next up, we have one from Garden Path Lacquers called Magnolia Mile. Magnolia Mile has a cool purple leaning mid-toned pink base with blue to green shifting shimmer and silver holographic glitter. I've re-fallen in love with this glitter finish from Garden Path Lacquers. I swatched for them years and years ago and got hooked then, and then like hadn't worn polishes from them there for a little bit. Oh, I'm back in the game. I was like a little bit obsessed with this polish, and I don't use that word lightly, but it's all I could think about. After like having purchased it, after doing my PBE video where I swatched all of my haul out, I added it to my summer rack and was just itching to wear it. And I can't tell you why, because like to me, this is not super summery. Like this is kind of a polish, in my opinion, that could be worn any time of year. If anything, maybe spring. It's just kind of light, it's not saturated, it does not go with the rest of what I wore in July. But the combination of colors in here, the perfect formulation, the sparkly glitters, I was so ready to have this on my nails. I had swatching to do in July And I kept this on anyway. I know, that's not good, but I just couldn't bring myself to take it off. It was just amazing. It was so sparkly. The green and blue shimmer contrasted in such a beautiful way against that pink base. This polish like got me excited to paint my nails. I'd swatched so much stuff in July that at a few points I was like, okay, like, can we just take a break? But then I painted my nails with this and I was like re-inspired, reinvigorated. It was beautiful. Okay, this is the last standalone polish, and then I have a couple combos. This is Painted Polish Rainbow Fish Wishes. This one has a white curly base with metallic micro glitters and micro glitters and lime green, aqua blue, cobalt blue, purple, and pink, I think. Oh my gosh, y'all. Adorable. This manicure was so cute. It had me thinking, you know, I should really try to wear a white curly every single month because I just felt so good and so myself when this was on my nails. It was playful, it was whimsical. I loved the combination of colors. I love how well the glitters sit in that curly base. I just added a thicker glossy top coat, not a glitter smoother, and this looked beautiful. It never did get texture. I think I ended up wearing it for 3 days and I was actually sad to take it off. I could have kept it on for an entire week and just loved it. Yeah, I really need painted polish to do a white curly with every release. Can you imagine? That would just make me so happy. Man, I wore a lot of Moonshine Manny in July, huh? Next, we have a combo featuring a Moonshine Manny. This is Moonshine Manny in the Pacific. In the Pacific is Moonshine Manny's Project Dupe It shade for Sally Hansen Pacific Blue. It is a cool toned medium blue cream. And then I topped it with Polished for Days Lights Out. Lights Out is a black flaky topper. So I actually wore Moonshine Manny in the Pacific as a pedicure earlier this year. So I think it has to be a favorite of the year if I decided to reach for it twice in 1 year. Like, I think I did that with this. I did it with Ethereal Lacquer Ether Dragon, and I've done it with nothing else, I think, this year. If I've had it on my nails twice, it's because I've swatched it once and then decided to wear it, which is also amazing. But this is a polish from my own collection that I chose to wear twice in the span of a couple months. Like, that says a lot. This is the perfect blue cream. I think I've only ever worn it as pedicures up until this point, so I had to finally get some swatch photos to show you. If you are a blue cream lover, I think you need this. It is amazing. Gorgeous formula. I wore it in one coat. One coat with one coat of the Polished for Days Lights Out, which, by the way, is an incredible black flaky topper. I don't feel the need to have any other black flaky toppers because I love this one so much. But the Moonshine Manny, for real, it's like the perfect cool toned medium blue. It's so bright and fun on the nails. I adore it. So this combo was perfection. It, again, made me so happy. I was overall in July very happy, at least when it came to my nails. And then my final manicure of the year was another combo. As a base, I wore Cirque Colors One Night Stand. This is a deeper neon purple leaning blue cream. And then I topped it with Rogue Lacquer It's Fine. This one is a cobalt blue jelly base with large iridescent flakies that shift red, copper, gold, and green. Wow. Wow. That's all I have to say. Wow. This manicure left me speechless. I could not get over it. Like, I still see my swatch photos of this manicure in my dreams. I was just so happy with how it came out. I've worn Cirque Colors One Night Stand several times. It's kind of a weird Vice shade. I feel like a lot of people didn't love it, but I really loved it. Yeah, it's not cushy. It's not Electric Daisy kind of bright, but it's a beautiful color nonetheless. And as far as the Rogue Lacquer goes, that was the real star of the show. So the situation was when I put Rogue Lacquer It's Fine on my summer rack and swatched it on the swatch wheel, I was like, oh no, I'm gonna destash that because it's pretty sheer on its own. Like, I am 100% confident I would have visible nail line, and with a base this deep, if I paired it with like a white blurring base coat, I don't think it would look good. Like, it would change the base color, and I like the darkness, the depth of the Rogue Lacquer base. So I didn't want to change it. So then I got the bright idea to layer it with One Night Stand, and it was everything. It was punchy and poppin'. It was dark and deep, but still really bright. And those flakies contrast in such an amazing way with that base color. This is another favorite of the year. I adored this combo. So that's what I wore in July. Let me know all your thoughts down in the comments. Which manis stuck out to you? What did you love? What did you not love? And are you ready for fall? Are you ready for fall colors? I'm not. This has been the summer of my dreams. I've worn so many incredible manicures in 2025, in the summer of 2025 especially, that even though I've got my fall rack all set up, it's perfected, I'm really excited about it, I don't want to wear it yet. Like, I still have a relatively full summer rack, a little transitional edition, and I'm not ready to part with them yet. So you'll have to let me know in the comments how you feel. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already, and I'll see you next time. Bye!